Hello, hello. This is the Black Brook campsite. It is pretty nice, pretty nice. I was hanging up there last night. Now, AWOL's book doesn't have a privy listed at this site, but let me tell you something. Boom. Brand spanking new. ADA compliant. Nice.
I'm thinking I'm about a third of the way up Old Blue. That's Moody over there, and I know Blue's bigger than that, so those windmills out there, that's just so cool. Catching the wind like that, and whew. South Arm Road down there. All right, take a little breather, enjoyed the view. Let's keep climbing a mountain. All right, someone had a question about how I was able to hammock in the hut, Lake of Clouds. Now, I didn't think they were going to let me, but I walked up there and I talked with the guy that was delegating the work for stay chores, and I asked him, I said, hey, see these two columns here? Can I put my hammock up? And he says, I don't see why not, just as long as it's down by 6 o'clock when everyone's moving around. I said, you got it, boss. But if you're familiar with the Lake of Clouds hut, if you're standing in the doorway, you have like the front counter to your immediate right, and then beyond the counter is the kitchen cook area, and off to your left is the hallway with all the bunk rooms in it, and right in front of you is the dining hall with all the tables and benches. Well, if you're still standing in the doorway, if you look off into about the 1 o'clock position, the 1 o'clock direction, you'll see a column real close to a table and bench, kind of in the center of the room. And then if you look off into about the 2 o'clock position, you'll see another column closer to the front counter. Well, those are the two columns I used. It was pretty comfortable. I still had to deal with everybody getting up all hours of the night and walking past me, but it was a comfortable place. And I think somebody got a little warm in the middle of the night, and I think they opened the window, and then it got cold. So I had to go get my sleeping bag and use it as a blanket. But yeah, I only stayed at two huts, Galehead and Lake of the Clouds. Galehead, I slept on one bench. Boy, that was a mistake. But now about the other huts and shelters and lean-tos, that are along the trail, I just say find exposed rafters that I can wrap my Atlas straps around and hang my hammock front to back in the shelter. From the road crossing, had about 8 point something miles to get to Bemis mountain lean-to. I probably could go a little bit farther to just a campsite down in a gap or notch or whatever it's called by a road, or then go about, I don't know, 15 miles today and make another shelter, like Sabbath day shelter. But then I'm thinking to myself, I got 2 more nights of food, so why not just do it to Bemis mountain shelter tonight, or lean-to, and then tomorrow go to Sabbath lean-to, and then wake up and walk on into Rangeling. So, you know, it's like the why do it if you don't have to. I don't know, but we'll see how I'm feeling and who all's at the shelter. Ragnar coffee, Guinness, and pockets may be up there, or they might have pushed for a longer day. They slack packed yesterday from East Bee Hill to South Arm, and then went back to the cabin. So if they're on the mountain today, I don't know what they're gonna do. They might be taking another 0 and handover, who knows. There were all sorts of little nocturnal creatures running around last night and early this morning. Woke up at like 10, 15 after 12, 2 o'clock, 3. I'm just like, all right, little animals. I don't know what y'all are doing out there, but quit running around next to my hammock. And my headlamp was on the outside of my hammock because, alright, so I had just resupplied in a town and bought the only hand sanitizer they had, but it was a larger bottle, not the one that, you know, fits in this little dangly bit here on my strap. Well, I don't like wasting things, really don't. So I carried the other half of the bottle with me. And, you know, whenever this one on the strap got low, I just added a little bit more to it. Well, I had a shipment come from home, and there was another bottle just like it in the shipment. And I'm like, well, it's better to have hand sanitizer than not have it. So I carried it along with me. Now, I know lighter is better, blah blah blah, this and that, and you know, you're carrying the extra bottle of hand sanitizer. Yeah, whatever. Well, it was in my brain, and in there I keep my headlamp, my guidebook, a comb, and that hand sanitizer bottle was just in the brain. Now, it's been there for a while now, okay? I get to the campsite last night, or yesterday afternoon, 4:35. I put down my pack and I opened it up and take out the atlas straps, take out the hammock, lay my pack over, pull off the sleeping pad, put it in the hammock, dig back into the bag, pull out the sleeping bag, pull out the electronics bag, walk over, get my stuff to charging, you know, cook food, do all that good stuff, filter some water. Yeah, moving the story along, I'm about to get into the hammock for the night and I want to put together today's video. So I reach into my brain to pull out the bag that I have, you know, AWOL's book in, so I can get my numbers right and make sure I spell words correctly while I'm putting my video together. And it's just covered in slime. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what is this? And it hits me. It's just like that bottle of hand sanitizer. The cap was off. Not like the cap was opened and it was squirting. No. The cap was off of the bottle. The bottle did not break. It's as if the cap had been unscrewed. So, I don't know what's up with that. I don't think I suffered, you know, severe trauma to the top of my backpack yesterday as I was climbing, or when I set it down at camp to cause a bottle of hand sanitizer to blow its lid off. But my headband of my headlamp was like completely soaked in hand sanitizer, so it was outside my hammock. And my AWOL book was kind of covered with it, so I just kind of wiped off as much as I could and just set it out to dry. Yeah, crazy development. But the bottle was completely empty. Not a squirt or drop left in the bottle. So that's all the sanitizer I got right there. That little, about a ½ inch left in there. So when I get to Rangeley, that'll be one more thing I need to put on my list of things to get. So and I was just fixing, probably yesterday afternoon after supper, because I opened up this thing and tried to squeeze out a little globulate to sanitize my hands, and it didn't want to squeeze out. So I'm like, well, it might be time to add something. And I hear something moving through the woods over there. Sounded big. Well, if it was a moose, I missed it. But yeah, was just about to refill this little one dangling. And didn't get to. Carried all that extra weight of hand sanitizer. Didn't get to use it. Womp womp womp. No, seriously, it wasn't that bad. This is the top of Old Blue. Hey, look, there's a tall mountain over there. I wonder if we're going that way. Probably not today. I don't know.
Bemis Mountain.
Might be tall. Bemis Mountain. Climbed it. It's a pretty big lake over there. Whew. Hey. Beautiful day for hiking, people. July 22nd. Yeah.